Ce que certains immigrants font au Canada, c'est détestable. À cause de maintenant, ils regardent tous les immigrants comme des poubelles. Les Indiens. Ce qui est arrivé, c'est quoi? À Tim Hortons, c'est un restaurant au Canada où ils servent beaucoup de café, de pâtisseries, croissants. Des Indiens qui travaillaient dans ce Tim Hortons ont commencé par demander aux jeunes: est-ce que tu veux un copain? Est-ce que tu aimerais avoir un petit ami indien? Les filles demandent: ils ont quel âge? 25 ans. Elle dit: non, moi j'ai juste 17 ans. C'est arrivé dans plusieurs localités au Canada. J'ai juste 17 ans, ça ne m'intéresse pas. À cause de la différence d'âge, n'est-ce pas? Vite fait, ça passe, il n'y a aucun problème, un homme qui essaie de draguer une fille. Mais là où ça devient dangereux, c'est que ces mêmes hommes maintenant proposent 20 à 25 000 $ à ces jeunes filles pour qu'ils fassent des mariages pour obtenir des documents. Hein? Oui, c'est ce qui se passe. Les filles ont pris peur. Elles ont dit qu'elles vont dénoncer ça aux autres managers qui travaillent dans le restaurant là. Les autres managers ignoraient totalement la plainte des jeunes Canadiennes. Puis on commençait pas à blaguer même de plus avec le sujet là. Les autres disent maintenant: non, non, t'inquiète pas, ça se fait souvent. Je connais 6 personnes qui ont fait ce genre de mariage et ils vont bien, ils vivent depuis plus de 6 ans, mais ils ne se sont jamais vus. Donc c'est quel genre de mariage ça? Maintenant, elle prend peur et dit: non, mais c'est illégal. Toujours dans l'optique de la convaincre, ils disent: non, c'est illégal seulement si tu appelles les policiers ou si tu en parles à des personnes. Là, de panique totalement, elle dit qu'elle démissionne et elle va voir son oncle et elle lui raconte ce qui est arrivé. L'oncle maintenant dit: non, c'est pas normal qu'une jeune fille de 17 ans qui a des problèmes mentaux et qui a perdu son père jeune se fasse harceler de cette manière. Je vais prendre cette affaire et je vais dénoncer. Le manager ne voulait rien entendre. Donc maintenant dans la rue, vous allez voir les Canadiens qui sont en train de se promener pour dire: ce restaurant essaie d'abuser des Canadiens. Ce restaurant encourage beaucoup les fraudes d'immigration.
So yes, like I've been really putting pressure on the OPP. There is an investigation, which I'm helping with as well, with any way I can. So yeah, like I say, there is an open investigation that is happening.
Vous comprenez maintenant pourquoi beaucoup de personnes ont de l'antipathie pour les Indiens? Parce que les Africains n'ont pas fait ça. Les Français n'ont pas fait ça. Pourquoi toutes les autres communautés au Canada ne le font pas? Et c'est forcément les Indiens. On n'a rien contre les Indiens. Mais quand tu vis dans un pays, au moins un peu là, peu importe quel ressentiment tu as pour le pays, il faut respecter les règles du pays. Donc maintenant, c'est devenu une affaire nationale. C'était une journaliste indépendante qui a eu le courage d'aller dans ce restaurant pour aller faire des enquêtes. Une fois là-bas, tellement les Canadiens étaient fâchés, je n'ai jamais vu OPP prendre part pour cette journaliste-là qui a été trespassée du restaurant. Évidemment, les propriétaires de ces restaurants étaient très inconfortables. Donc, quand elle est venue, ils ont trespassé, soi-disant, la journaliste. Elle lui a dit de partir. Ils ont appelé OPP. OPP a eu une nouvelle de ce qui est arrivé. Eux-mêmes, Canadiens qu'ils sont, évidemment, ils vont être du côté des Canadiens. Si vous voyez comment OPP était en train de crier sur les employés: non, elle a le droit d'être ici. Allez dire à votre manager que je n'ai absolument pas envie de parler avec lui. Oh?
I heard I could make $20,000 if I wanted to marry the manager's brother here. Can I start that process? You have no comments on it? So is it true or not?
Just because your boss doesn't like the fact that an independent journalist is in here video reporting, that's not up to him. He has the right to do that. I'm not going to, no.
Maintenant, quand ça fait les journaux, je vais laisser le lien dans la description parce que la vidéo en anglais, je ne fais que vous expliquer ça, mais je vais partager des parties de ce que je dis ici pour ceux qui ne comprennent pas trop anglais. Quand c'est allé dans les journaux, ils se sont rendus compte que ce n'est pas seulement à ce Tim Hortons qui est à Picton que ça se passe. C'est à Ottawa, c'est partout dans le Canada. Maintenant, ils regardent Tim Hortons comme un restaurant qui n'est plus autant safe dans le Canada, qui était beau que maintenant. Ils ont carrément peur de dire les Indiens. Ils les appellent les nouveaux Canadiens. Ou d'autres qui vont toujours se plaindre maintenant du système qu'ils ont très bien maîtrisé. On ramène des immigrants Ils prennent les boulots, les petits boulots. Tim Hortons, c'est un petit boulot. Et les jeunes n'arrivent pas à trouver de l'emploi. C'est ça qui arrive, honnêtement. Les jeunes, les petits jeunes, soit Canadian Tire, partout, sur toute l'étendue du territoire, c'est les petits boulots qui sont faciles à obtenir. Si tu n'es pas courageux, tu ne fais pas assez de recherche, tu risques de ne pas en trouver. Au détriment de qui? Des Indiens, des immigrants, des Africains, de tout le monde, sans vouloir être contre une race. Donc, maintenant, qu'est-ce qu'ils disent? Le Tim Hortons n'est plus trop canadien. Et vous allez maintenant commencer par voir le drame des Blancs, des Canadiens. Ah, j'ai ri tellement, j'ai vu la manière dont il abusait. Ah, mais non, il y a trop de tueries au Canada. Ah, mais non, ce n'est plus safe maintenant. Donc, ils disent carrément, ils n'ont pas de crise de logement, ils ont une crise d'immigration. Mais si vous faites un peu de recherche, vous allez comprendre que c'est plutôt les immigrants qui construisent les maisons. Ce n'est pas eux le gros problème. En tout cas, pas le premier problème. C'est le manque de maisons qui ont été construites qui est le problème. Et ça, c'est la faute du gouvernement. Bref, je vous laisse regarder la vidéo pour ceux qui comprennent anglais. Et pour ceux qui ne comprennent pas, mettez le sous-titre en français parce que c'est un peu pénible de traduire carrément toute une vidéo en français. Merci d'avoir regardé ma vidéo. Mon nom est Massim Moko.
Sent her a message over Snapchat asking her if she had a boyfriend, which she had replied no. She asked if she wanted an Indian boyfriend. And my niece's reply was, well, how old is he? And she said 25. And she said, well, I'm only 17.
Here in Picton, Ontario, just south of Belleville. And as you can see behind me, we're at the local Tim Hortons, which has been more aptly named Sing Hortons in recent months because franchise owners have really been taking advantage of the temporary foreign worker program and specifically LMIAs, labor market impact assessments, which allow for the employer to receive federal government funding to hire temporary foreign workers. And they say they're doing so because they cannot find Canadians to fill that role. Now, it's happening here at this particular Tim Hortons and perhaps even others, goes above and beyond that. And so I'm joined here with Matt Monroe, whose niece, 17-year-old girl, was offered a staggering deal to partake in some immigration fraud, and he's going to sound the alarm on all of this. So can you tell us a little bit about your niece's employment here at Tim Hortons and where it all went wrong?
So she's been working here. She wasn't working here very long, maybe a few months, and everything seemed to be going all right. And then she sent me a message with a bunch of screenshots that her manager, I guess I shouldn't say the name. Her manager had sent her a message over Snapchat asking her if she had a boyfriend, which she had replied no. She asked if she wanted an Indian boyfriend. And my niece's reply was, well, how old is he? And she said 25. And she said, well, I'm only 17. Like, no. And she replied with, well, if you want an Indian boyfriend, he can pay you $15,000 to $20,000 to get with him. Which she replied like, no, this is illegal. Mm-hmm. So at that point, she was done talking to her manager. She went to her other manager then, and her other manager basically laughed her off, said this was no big deal, it's just a joke, and then proceeded to make a joke and make fun of her and the situation. She went to another employee to confide in her. Her other employee tried to talk her into taking the money and doing the bribe, to which she replied again, like, no, this is illegal. This is immigration fraud. And her reply, the other co-worker's reply was, I know 4 other people that have been married for 6 years who have never met each other. And she said, again, my niece replied, no, this is illegal. This is immigration fraud. And she said the co-worker's reply to that was, well, it's only illegal if someone calls the cops. And again, my niece was having no part of it. So because she got no support from her other managers or other employees, she felt very uncomfortable there. So she ended up quitting and losing her job. And then the other manager just basically kept making a joke of it. Says to other customers that come through the drive-through, hey, you want to marry my brother? I'll pay you $20,000, but don't forget to call fraud on me. So like, it's not a joking situation. Like, my niece is underage. She's been through a lot in life. Like, she lost her father when she was just an infant. So she's had enough to deal with in her life. I'm not taking this lightly. I'm going to push to make sure everybody involved in this gets their repercussions for their actions. Like, this is unacceptable. It's unethical. And to target a minor who they knew were having financial issues and mental health issues is just, it's disgusting, really. It really is.
And not to mention completely illegal.
It's very illegal.
And it seems like, you know, Tim Hortons now, in addition to getting a double-double, you can be served up some immigration fraud. And it seems to be happening more and more and becoming something that we're hearing more of. And as you said, you know, the coworker knows of at least 4 other people. Do you know if that came from this Tim Hortons or other fast food restaurants? Do you have any insight there?
I'm going to assume it's happened locally because, she's a local. So I'm going to assume, so I imagine it's going to be looked into as well. But since I've made the post, like, I've had multiple people come to me saying that they've had the same offer to them. And it doesn't seem to be happening just here either. Like, we people from Ottawa message us saying that the same thing has been happening to them. So, I mean, like, it's disturbing, and like I just don't know what to say other than it's disturbing, and it's just disgusting what it's come to. Like, Tim Hortons used to be a pretty proudly Canadian-run business. I mean, it's bringing shame to the legacy. Like, Tim Hortons, great hockey player, used to be a great franchise, and now it's just disgusting.
At what point did you notice that this Tim Hortons started to shift gears in that regard, where it was no longer that like old stock Canadian heritage-based franchise?
It started when I started coming through, and mind you, like, I've been coming here for over 20 years, and there's been people that's worked here for as long as I can remember, and I just start seeing less of them and more new Canadians coming in, to the point where I don't recognize anybody that works there anymore. And both Picton, Wellington, like, I don't think there's a local that really works there too much anymore. Maybe 2 or 3.
Right. And you hear that more and more, that youth unemployment is skyrocketing. They're being undercut by essentially a slave working class. The market impact assessment and the temporary foreign worker program has been flagged since at least 2021 as being riddled with fraud, mismanagement, abuse, and the Liberals have really done nothing to try to curb it or counteract any of it. What's next for your niece, who's part of that new generation that is being undercut by all of this?
I really don't know. Like, I don't know really what's gonna, like, my brother has been looking for a job. Like, he was laid off, work got slow, and he's been looking for a new job for 8 months with no success whatsoever. Like, nobody really looks to him. Like, he's been everywhere too. He's been Canadian Tire, multiple temp agencies and everything, and nothing. So, like, it's getting hard for people to get a job.
Yeah. And meanwhile, it seems like labor market impact assessments could subsidize this Tim Hortons and other small fast food chains up to $36+ an hour for a manager.
Yeah, it's really getting to be a problem. It really is. Like, the unemployment rate, the homeless rate, and everything in Canada is staggering. Like, Belleville's, it's been nicknamed the tent city. Kingston is not much better. Like, it's crazy. Like, even in Picton here, small town, I've noticed more and more people like camping out in the parks and stuff. Like, and housing is, good luck. Like, you can't afford, like, myself and my wife, we both have decent jobs, and like, we have troubles. Struggling, like, not struggling, but there's no such thing as a comfortable living in Canada anymore.